Hi, I'm live. I came on a little early in case there's any questions. And I did kind of finish my last class late, which I think is typical of me, even though I'm trying to be organized with my time here. Um, so let me know who's here, please, if you're able to chat with me. I think that some people have been having trouble chatting, and the issue is that you need a Google account. And so Google is free to join. Hi, Lauren. You're welcome. I'm happy to do this. It's interesting for me as well. I've never done anything live before. And I mean, I'm really grateful that I have a very technical husband because he has helped me set up everything. He just left the room now, but he was here helping me set up everything to make sure that everything is happening. And I just taught two live classes, and the feedback has been that people are able to hear me and able to achieve a lot of the benefits from yoga that yeah, thank you. Yeah, share this with whoever because we're all at home. And so I didn't really promote this beyond my classes yet because I wanted to see how it would go, how the format is, to see if it works or not. And then to see like what the what people thought about it. So that was something that I needed to figure all this out. So are we okay? It's 11 now. All right. So um, I'll start. Just wanted to come on. And so I just wanted to say hello. My name is Debbie Robinson. And in light of what's going on outside, and we're all inside our houses, I see over 100 people a week when I teach yoga. And over the years, I've noticed the tremendous benefits that many are receiving. And what I get to hear or read from my emails and my conversations is I get the comments that many of you give me on how yoga has helped improve your physical and mental and emotional life. And that's what it does for me. I always say that I don't know how people live without yoga, and I truly mean that. Because even if you have a spiritual practice in your life, there needs to be the other parts of it as well. And yoga integrates the mind and the body, and it really polishes the soul. And it's the soul part of us that really needs a lot of work. Well, a lot of love. Let's say love. Love is a much better word. So, just a couple of housekeeping to get over here is that at the bottom of the video that you're watching is a button for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And we created a YouTube channel because we figure this is the easiest platform for many. You basically click a link and there you are. And you're on a browser and you don't have to sign up for anything or download anything. And depending on how technically challenged some are, this makes it a little easier. Hi, Barbara. And so this this format is what we're using for now, and I maybe will choose something eventually, something else. And then what I wanted to say is that make sure that the space that you have created for yourself, it doesn't have to be fancy. And I've spoken with a few of you on creating your own space at home and trying to find space for your space. So don't get caught up in how much space you have for your space. Look at it, whether it's your chair, a mat, a towel, whatever it is, treat it as a sacred space. The way that you treat when we walk in the doors of the yoga class, the studio that we're at, when you walk in that door, you're walking in to practice yoga. You're walking in with an intention. And even though you're at home now with the distractions of home and the distractions that are going on in our minds right now, treat this still the same way that you're showing up here. We're creating something sacred and beautiful for all of us to connect to our souls, to stop the chronic stress response and learn how to moderate it, mitigate it, and then how to release it, especially physically from our tissues when we start to do the physical asana. So, this class that I teach is yoga therapy for improved posture and balance. And when I put this class together, my mind goes to the center midline of the body, it goes to the spine. And the people that are texting or chatting with me actually are from my restorative yoga class, right? And so some of you, and then I know there's others on here that I'm not are not able to chat with me, so I'm not really sure exactly everyone that's on. And at this point, people are sharing this with friends and family, so it may be people that I've never met. So hello, I'm Debbie. Um, so I am going to try to stay in alignment with whatever the term is that I've given for class. And right now, I'm kind of going really mellow with the classes. There's definitely strengthening there. If you want that, you can go a little deeper in each pose that I've chosen. The real intention here is to release the stress that's in our bodies and to strengthen the posture aspect is because many of us are sitting now, and sitting is the new smoking. It wreaks havoc on our bodies, and we're realizing on our emotional aspects as well. So today is to improve posture, to strengthen posture, so that if you are sitting, you're going to have stronger muscles that help to hold you up when you're sitting, as opposed to allowing that compressive force of pressure. So gravity is a physical force from above that's compressive. And then we also have the mental pressure and the mental weight that's happening. Hi, Marianne. How are you? See you as well. So, with that said, find a comfortable seat. We will be going on the floor, but I'd like to begin in a seat. And because this is for yoga therapy for posture and balance, there's a breathing technique that is used in yoga for balancing both hemispheres of the brain. It's called nadi shodhana. The nadis are the energy meridians that run throughout our body. They begin in the soles of the feet and they interweave and crisscross over each other all the way and they terminate in the nose. So, this is a breathing technique to balance out and equalize both hemispheres of the brain. And the brain is the command center that affects everything in the body. So let's find a comfortable seat. If you're in a chair, you could sit all the way back into the very back part of your chair. For the hands, let's do a grounding position. Oh, actually, we're going to be using the hands. So the hand position for Nadi Shodhana is it's deer mudra, known as, oh no, that's all right. Forget me. Okay. We're going to use the hand position I learned in India by O.P. Tewari, who is said to maybe be one of the oldest living teaching pranayama masters. Pranayama is breath work in yoga. Prana is your life force energy that is in you. It's that light that we see, that energy force of life. So we're going to take our fingers like this. This is the way I was taught. And the reason why I was taught this is because we judge with this finger. So we don't want to be in a place of judgment when we're doing anything to cleanse or clear our energy channels. So this is the hand position. We're going to use the thumb to close off the right nostril and the pointer, the ring finger and pinky to close off the middle finger or the left nostril. So a couple to do here. Now, when we're in class, we're usually a little more self-conscious. So it's actually great that we're not with others right now so that we won't be so afraid of our sounds or our noises or anything. So I want you to clear out your nostrils. Usually we would have gone through a process of clearing our nostrils. The steps of traditional yoga, there's systematic rituals and routines that you partake in to cleanse your channels to eventually get to a place where you could sit in meditation and connect to the divine. So we are going to take our nose, and if you have a tissue and you want to use a tissue and blow your nose, you could do that, or just do a little bit to kind of make sure, because sometimes there becomes a stickiness here. The immune system in the nose starts to create mucus and can be a little sticky there. So you're going to clean your airways, cleanse your airways as best as you can. Then you're going to come into the hand position. Now, if this works, great. And if this doesn't work, some people like to do this, thumb and pinky. So whatever, doesn't matter, okay? First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come into left nostril only breathing. So if you wanna watch me at first, just look at me for 1 second. we're going to close off. The right is going to be like this, and the left is going to be like this. This is all you're going to need to do. And everything else I'm going to guide you through. So that's all you need to be able to see is those things. And then close your eyes and close off the right nostril. So you're only breathing in and out through your left nostril. Then let's prepare to begin. Let's take a breath to clear. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the left nostril. And let's begin. Inhale through the left. Close off the left nostril. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right and exhale left. Inhale left. Close off the left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close off the left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close off the left. Exhale right. Continue on your own, focusing on where the breath comes in each nostril and where the breath leaves each nostril. Try to equal out the breaths on the inhale and on the exhale. Slow down the breath if you can, focusing on the breath coming in the nostril, and then focus on the breath leaving the nostrils. A few more rounds on your own. And then finishing up your last round so that the last thing you do is you exhale through the left nostril. When you exhale through the left nostril, keep your eyes closed, bring your hands onto your thighs. And bring your hands, rub your hands together, pretty strongly rubbing your hands together. And then cover your eyes. And then gently blink the eyes open. And then just notice how you feel. So we're going to go onto the floor now to do our entry. We're going to do the beginning. And I'm going to work a lot with diagonal breath in the body in a sense of feeling. And before we go down there, I want you to have a breath that you use on your exhalation. So this is like Ujjayi breath, where we make a sound in our throat. So since you're at home, it's easier for me to teach this because you're more inclined to make sound when you're by yourself. So take an inhale. And on the exhale, go ah. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, ah. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, ah. And then close your mouth Still exhale ah with your mouth closed. Mm. It's a sigh sound. Mm. So we're going to use that breath today. I want you to stay in your throat. I want you to stay with your breath. I want you to bring as much somatic awareness as you can. Being somatic meaning of the body and in the place of feeling. Okay? So let's get ready to go onto the floor. So if you're on a chair, get off of your chair. And let's come down onto the floor. Oops. So for props, get as many blankets or pillows as you would like. If you have a block, I would love it if some of you had blocks. Love it if we could all have a block. My ideal would be that eventually everybody had at least a block. Blankets, you don't really, doesn't matter because you can use towels. It's really hard for me to think about what to use instead of a block. Because although we can use pillows for elevation and some of the things, something about the sturdiness of the block is really great when we're trying to fire up stabilizing muscles. And so, be great if you could get one. And of course, I don't want you to leave the house to get one. And just a little bit about that. Um, if you don't have one, don't worry. So it doesn't really matter. Okay. But if you can get one. And then pillows are good props to have. And blankets or towels are actually probably the best, the most versatile, because we could turn this into support for the head. We can also turn this into support for underneath the knees, along the spine. It could be folded up to be put between the legs or whatever we're using the block for to give us that ability to contract the muscles in the way that I'd like you to be able to do. Okay, so we are going to have your props nearby so that you don't need to move too much to get them. Have them around you somewhere. And then let's come down onto the floor, onto our bodies, so to our backs, coming all the way down. So I'd like you to calm, we want to calm the nervous system and get the nervous system ready to be calm so that we let go of any holding patterns in our body. And so this is the relaxation time. You're going to take your, if you have pillows, you can put pillows underneath your knees. And I have a lot of pillows because I'd like you to see that you should make this as yummy as possible. And now that you're at home, you probably have the ability to make it really yummy with a lot of props, blankets and pillows. So coming into onto your back on the floor, let's take your left hand up on your heart and your right hand down on your belly. Get yourself settled. Close your eyes. Start to feel movement on your torso when you breathe. And bring the breath just to the chest. So try to breathe up to your chest. So you feel your hand that's on your chest rise and fall with breath. And then you're going to bring your breath down to your belly. So feel just the hand on the belly move. And let's see if we could feel a diagonal pattern of breath here. So bring your right hand over near the right side of your body and your left hand all the way on the left chest area. Breathe into the hand that's on the chest. So to the upper right quadrant. If your torso was in 4 quadrants, the upper left quadrant. Breathe into the upper left quadrant. And then let's breathe into the lower right quadrant. So that'll be down by the right diaphragm, the lower diaphragm. Feel the right diaphragm moving, inhaling and exhaling. Take one more down to the lower right. Let's switch. Take your left hand down to the left lower pelvic area and the right hand on the right upper chest. Breathing into the right upper chest. So try to breathe all the way up here by your right clavicle bone. Feel the lift up towards your shoulder and out towards the sides. And then bring the awareness to the lower left quadrant, by the left hip bone, left lower diaphragm. Breathing here. And then bring the hands all the way down to the belly. Deep belly breathing. You could let your thumbs rest on your lower ribs. Let your fingers be down on your belly. Breathing down to your belly. Deep, slow breathing. Feel your hands rise. Feel your body pressing into your fingertips. Feel your lower ribs expand. And then feel the belly respond by expanding with them. Keep your awareness on your breath. Feel your hands on your belly. Feel the belly rise. Feel your body supported by the floor in your sacred space. Using the breath to cleanse the nervous system, to stimulate relaxation, to tell your body that everything is okay. You are safe. You are enough. You have enough. You can even repeat those words to yourself with each breath, inhaling, I am safe. On your next inhale, I have enough. On your next inhale, I am enough. I am safe. Feel that in your body. I have enough. Feel that in your body. I am enough. Feel that in your body. Let your low belly expand and contract, bringing balance and harmony to your nervous system. Finishing up your last 3 breaths. Finishing your last breath. And begin to bring movement into your fingers, into your toes, to your ankles, and to your wrists. And then gently bringing one leg at a time, bring the knees into the chest, rocking side to side. And then rock all the way onto your right side. You're going to place your left hand on the floor and you're going to lead with your left shoulder, not your head, to push yourself up to seated. So I think it's more important now to be balancing our nervous system. And there was a lot that we just did so far to balance our nervous system. These are tools that I'm sharing with you so that you can use these throughout your day. The hands on the lower ribs and the belly is a really great way to feel breath coming into the body and to make sure you're bringing the breath deeply into your lungs. And so this is our respirator. There's a lot of talk about respirators lately and lack of. So this right here is where our respirators are, our natural respirators. So when we do the breathing we just did, hands on belly, bringing the breath deep into the lower lobes of the lungs, filling up our body, and then feeling in our body. The 3 sayings I gave you, I am enough, I have enough, and I am safe, are very important to bring that calm feeling. So for balancing the nervous system, balance is not always just standing on one leg. And balancing the nervous system is actually where the majority of healing takes place for us. And yoga has tremendous tools to teach us how to balance our nervous system. So take your props out to the side. We'll do a little bit to warm up our body. If you have a block nearby. And if you don't have a block, can you grab a blanket or a pillow or something that you could use in case we get to that? And then we're going to come all the way down onto the floor. Let's begin to warm up the physical body and do some work for our physical body, for our posture, especially to be able to hold us and keep us nice and erect. So let's come into a full body warming up exercise. Take the arms overhead. Really stretch, stretch, stretch your body glove here. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, draw the left knee into your chest. Pull the knee in deeply on that exhale. The inhale, you're going to hold on to left leg with the left hand. Take the left leg out to the side, stretching your adductors, your inner thighs, and the right arm is out to the side. Then you're going to exhale to draw the knee across the body. Hold on with the right hand, take the left hand out to the side. You're going to hold on behind the thigh. You're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. And on the last one, you're going to inhale, straighten that leg, point the toe, contract your core as you slowly, slowly, slowly lengthen and lower that left leg. Inhale, arms are overhead. Exhale, bring the right knee in. Inhale, right leg goes to the right. Exhale to draw the leg across the body. Inhale to hold on behind the thigh, unbend on the inhale, bend on the exhale. Inhale to unbend, exhale to bend. One more time. Inhale, unbend, pointing the toe, flexing up the core, lengthening out the leg, and slowly lowering the leg all the way down. Inhale, arms are overhead. Exhale, left knee in. We'll do 3 rounds of this. Inhale, opening left leg to the left. Exhale, draw that knee across the body. Inhale 3 times, unbend. Exhale, bend. Inhale to unbend. Exhale to bend. Last one. Come to a straight leg or a bent leg if you need to. Contract your core here. Push your belly button to your spine as you lower down. Inhale, arms are overhead. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale, right leg to the right. Exhale, bring the leg across the body. Inhale to unbend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, unbend. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale to unbend. Pointing the toe and slowly lowering the leg all the way down. Inhale, last time through. Inhale. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, left knee to the left. Exhale, come across the body. Inhale to hold on behind the thigh. Unbend, bending on the exhale. Inhale to unbend. Exhale, bend. Last one. Pointing the foot, contract the core, belly button to the spine, lowering down. Last time on the right. Inhale. Holding on behind the thigh. Unbend, and bend. Unbend, and bend. And then the last one, you're going to unbend, pointing the toes, contract the core. Press the belly button to the floor as you slowly lower down. And then let's go ahead and bend the knees. Take the legs as wide as your mat. So your knees are spread apart and your feet are spread apart. Your heels are on the mat, your toes are off. Your hands are down alongside your body, palms are down. Let's inhale, let the legs go to one side. Contract your core. So imagine there's a big juicy navel orange in here. Contract your core back to center. Push your belly button down towards your spine. And then inhale over to the other side. Feel that beautiful stretch coming in your side body. Contract your core to come back to center. And then inhale to the other side. Exhale to come back to center. Inhale to the other side. Exhale back to center. Windshield wiper legs, stretching rotational muscles, low back, hip joint, hip flexor muscles. Because many of us are doing a lot of sitting, we want sitting out of the body. So when you come to the leg here, really lengthen this leg here. Make sure that this hip joint is not still bent. So push this hip joint each direction. And then bring yourself back to center. Let's do a little core here. So we're going to do a diagonal patterning with the core, which really fires up the brain. And the brain is really important for balance and for alignment. So a lot of brain work today with the breath work. And now we're going to do the core the same way. So you're going to bring your hands up and you're going to bring your legs up off the floor. Okay. And try to let the feet dangle. So try not to have the legs here. You're not holding them up really hard. You're letting them be really, really soft here. And if you keep your legs right above your pelvis, it's a little bit more challenging to hold the weight of the legs here. So if you feel stuff in your low back, bring your knees a little closer to your body. Okay. We're going to do this diagonal, letting one hand go behind and one foot touch down to the floor and then coming back up. So only one hand at a time moves. All right, so that's really important that only one hand at the time moves. So this other hand stays here. It doesn't move away from you, doesn't move there, it stays there. Then you come back to center. One hand, opposite leg. You inhale to let your hand and your foot go away from you. You exhale to come back to center. Inhale, hand and foot away. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, hand and foot. Exhale, back to center. Inhale. One more each side. And then go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. So the transverse abdominis is this deep abdominal muscle here, really responsible for a lot of our balance and our alignment. So we're going to do that one here. You're going to, if you have a block, you could use a block between your legs or not. It doesn't matter if you have a block or not. And you're going to keep your legs here like they were on a table. So this is called tabletop. Imagine my feet are on a table. You're going to inhale to draw the legs away from you. Exhale, contract the core to come back to center. Inhale, legs go away. Exhale, back to center. Inhale. Exhale, back to center. Two more. Really hold on to your core here. Don't let your low back fly away from the floor. And then the last one we're going to hold out. Let your low back press into the floor. Try to push the top of the pelvis into the floor as you hold the legs out here. This is too far away. Bring your legs a little bit back. Take one more breath. And then bring your knees into your chest. That's right now I would be hearing a lot of sighs. So the fact that I don't get to be with you physically, I don't get to hear you all go, oh, because I love sound effects. And then we're going to go ahead and put our feet on the floor. Let's lengthen out the psoas because we had it all contracted there. We're doing that. So lengthening out your legs, reaching your hands. Let's take a hold of the right hand. Reach the right hand over and then laterally flex over towards the left. Keep the hands pretty close to the floor here. Stretching out your right, and then stretch your right foot away from you. So flex your right foot, reach your right heel away from you. And then bring yourself back to center. Grab hold of the left wrist. The wrist moves up towards the back of you and then over to the side, and then reach out that left heel. So laterally flex your entire left side body. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back to center. Go ahead. The knees are going to be bent. We're going to do our bridge pose. So you're going to take the blanket away from you. If you have a block, you could put a block between your knees here, or you could put a rolled up towel or blanket to get feedback right by between the knees. Now you're going to walk your feet as close as you could get them to your body. You're going to slide. You're going to tuck your shoulder blades closer to the spine. Lengthen the back of the head. Hands are down alongside the body. Push your feet into the floor. Flatten your lower back. And then lead with the knees moving away from you to help lift the low back off the floor. The middle back off the floor to the upper back. The weight cascades down in the upper body, not in the head or the neck. Squeeze your towel or block. And if you don't have one, don't let your knees go out to the side. Pointing your knees away from you. Close your eyes. Take 5 deep breaths here. Slow, deep breaths. Make sure the weight is not in the head and the neck. It's in the upper back. Push your heart towards your nose. Finishing your last breath here. You're going to bring yourself down one vertebra at a time. One vertebra at a time. Till you come all the way down. Take your block out. Bring your knees into your chest and rock yourself side to side. Let's rock onto our right side. Use your left hand, leading with your left shoulder, not your head. You could kick your left leg away if you'd like for a little bit of momentum to help you up. Come up to seated. Okay. So now we are going to bring a blanket. Yeah, I don't want you to use a pillow. So I'd like you to use a towel or a blanket if you have it, and use this for your knees. You're going to come on to all fours, and we're going to begin our cat and cow. So we're keeping very structural here, trying to keep both sides of the body, moving both sides of the body, doing a lot of structure work. And then we did do some diagonal work with the core and with some of the breathing. So working a lot with the spine and the torso here. So visualize the very tip of your crown of your head and the very back of your tailbone, your whole entire spine. As you inhale, point your head, reach your head away from you, reach your tailbone away from you. So lengthen your spine and then come into extension cow pose. As you inhale, opening your throat. As you exhale, you're going to come into flexion. Let the crown of your head point down towards your fingertips and the tailbone. Try to get that to point down towards your calves. Contracting the core, push the belly up towards the low back. Inhale to come into your extension, your cow pose. And exhale to come into your flexion, your cat pose. Let your belly push up to your spine to help protect the low back as you come into flexion. Bringing the low back into flexion. Inhaling into cow or extension. Exhale into cat. Close your eyes. Feel your body moving. Notice if you notice different things on different sides. Notice what you notice. Your hip joint moving, your pelvis tilting, your spine flexing and extending, the shoulder blades. Notice what happens here, the neck, the head, everything. Just be in your body and really feel what's happening as you move through your cat and your cow. And then bring yourself all the way upright. Now, if you could sit on your heels, I'd like you to stretch the top of your feet if you can. So I'm not there to see you, so I don't know who's struggling, and I know that this is an issue for many. Either it's the knees don't like to bend or the tops of the feet are tight. So if the tops of the feet are tight, you can take your towel and fold it and come forward so that the tops of the feet are supported a little bit. This can help. If it's your knees, you can try to put a pillow or something underneath your knees. If you have a block, you could try to put a block there and sit on the block. And if none of those things work, you can come up here and be up here, okay? We're here to roll out our wrists. So the goal here is just to get the wrists to be stretched. So stretching the wrists out. Take your left palm and your right hand, left palm down. Take your right hand, keep your left elbow straight as you bend the wrist, stretching the wrist, stretching the forearm. And then come here like this. Keep the arm straight, no bend in the elbow. That's the important thing. And try to hold on to your entire hand, not just your fingertips. You're not bending your fingertips, really getting flexion in that wrist joint. Coming over to the right, doing the same thing here. And then this way. So we're going to come into balancing cat now. You're going to come onto all fours. Take your left hand directly underneath your left hand is directly underneath your left shoulder. So you have stacked joints, wrist, elbow, shoulder. You're going to Inhale, let your right hand come forward, let your left leg go back, and lift left leg and right arm, and then exhale to lower. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Stay here, reaching out your right hand, reaching out your left leg. If you'd like to add a little bit more, you could take your right foot off the floor. If you'd like to add more, you can take your right arm out towards the side, palm goes down. And then if you'd like to add more, you can take your left leg out to the side. So challenging your center of gravity, your balance, strengthening your proprioceptive nervous system, your balance muscles. Contract your core, pushing your belly up towards your spine wherever you are. Come back to center if you've moved away from center, and then bring yourself down. We're going to come to the other side. Take the left hand away from you and the right leg away from you. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time. Inhale to lift. Stay here. Push your right fingertips into the floor so you don't stress the right wrist out too much. Reaching the left hand away, reaching the right leg away. If you'd like to come into more, take your left foot off the floor. If you'd like to come to more, you can take the left hand out to the left. And if you'd like to do even more, you can take the right leg out to the right. Contract your core, push your belly button up towards your spine. Bringing yourself back to center, back to the midline, and then go ahead and bring yourself down. Let's come into a child's pose to take any tension out of the body. Take the legs wide, the kneecaps are together. The big toes are together, the kneecaps are apart, the knees are wide. And then come down into extended child's pose. So have your arms really wide here. Let the forehead touch the floor. Arms are in front of you. This is extended child's pose. Take a few more breaths there in extended child's. And then go ahead and bring yourself up. Okay, so that was our first challenge for balance. Well, we've done some things as well. And the good thing about this is you're close to the floor. So I like to challenge ourselves with balance when we're close to the floor. Okay, we're going to go down onto our bellies. So this, when we come all the way down, I want this to end up right around your pelvic area to help with the hip bones. So come to the very back edge of your blanket or towel, whatever it is, if you have one. And then we're going to come into dolphin plank. So I want you to come forward, and then come down onto your forearm. So this is a modification of dolphin. See how my belly is away from the floor? Forearms are on the floor, and my lower legs are on the floor. If you want to come into full dolphin, you flip your toes under and you lift your knees off the floor. So you can either be in the modification with your lower legs on the floor, or you can be in full with your knees off. So be wherever is appropriate for you. This is strengthening the balance muscles, postural muscles of the entire body. This is the anterior chain, the front of the body. Let's dig the elbows into the floor and then either draw the knees towards each other, the knees towards the elbows, or the feet towards the elbows. Wherever you are, take 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, let's come all the way down. So if your pelvis doesn't make it to the towel, move your body back. Coming here into Sphinx pose, elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. And then reach forward with your chest as if your heart could reach forward. Reach forward with that chest. And then bring yourself all the way down onto the floor, folding your hands one on top of the other. Place your head, your forehead on your hands. Then you're going to inhale to lift up, exhale to lower. Press the elbows into the floor, press the hands into the floor. Inhale, lift up, exhale, lower. Inhale up, exhale, lower. One more time, inhale and stay there. So your eyes could be closed or open. And if your eyes are open, your gaze is straight down. It's not in front of you. So let your back neck be nice and long here. We're strengthening the postural muscles of the back of the body. Take one more breath. And then let's lower all the way down. Bring your forehead onto the mat. Bring your arms alongside your body. Your palms are about the height of your head, and your elbows are about armpit height. Press the hands into the floor. Inhale, lift the upper body as if the puppeteer was lifting you up from the upper back. So the upper back is what comes up in alignment with the head. That don't let the head be what lifts the highest. Inhale to come up. You can press your arms into the floor. Exhale to lower. Let your tushy be soft here. So no contraction of the glutes. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And then one more. Inhale to lift and stay there. Stay here. Get really long. Let your tushy be soft. And then go ahead. Exhale, lower down. Head is to the floor. We're going to do cobra pose. Take your hands wide. So spread your hands really wide, about armpit height. Let the thumbs be on the mat. Let the pointer fingers be off the mat. Spread your hands. As you inhale here, we're going to press the hands into the floor and draw backwards. So you push your hands down, and with pushing your hands into the floor, you're pulling down towards your feet. So you're going to feel something in your body when you do that action. So you inhale, push your hands down, pull back, lift your upper body off. Your head can come up here, be higher than the upper back, and then exhale to lower. The key thing here is keep your elbows in at your sides. Don't let your elbows go out to the sides. Don't let them be down on the floor. Lift your elbows up as you inhale to rise. You inhale, let your chest come forward. Exhale to lower. You can come a little higher here. Let your erector muscle group along your spine work here. Postural muscles. And then one more. Stay here. You can take your hands off for a second just to test, to make sure it's not all hands and that your back is working. Put your hands back down. Throat is open. Push your heart forward. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other. Push the toes into the floor. Push the pubis bone into the floor if you feel too much in the lower back. Strengthening the back muscles here. Deep belly breaths. And then one more breath. Go ahead and lower all the way down, folding your hands. Take your forehead on top of your hands, rock back and forth side to side. And then we're going to do a little diagonal work here for the back of the body. So you're going to bring your right hand forward. You're going to keep your left hand folded and let your forehead rest on the back of your left hand by your knuckles. Reach your legs long out of the socket. So let them be nice and long here. Inhale, lift the right hand off the floor and the left leg off the floor. Exhale to lower. Inhale, right hand and left leg. Inhale to low, exhale to lower. Inhale, right hand and left leg. And then inhale, lift them again and stay here. Right hand is lifted off the floor. Left leg is lifted off the floor. One more breath. And then go ahead and rest for a second. Take both hands, just rest in between sides. Wiggle your pelvis back and forth. We're working the diagonal pattern in the back. We're working the lower back on one side, the upper back on the other. Let's do the other side now. So you're going to take the left hand straight out, folding the right elbow, the head rests on the elbow. You're going to inhale, lift the right leg and left hand off the floor. Inhale to lower. Sorry, exhale to lower. Inhale, lift the arm and the leg off the floor. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift left hand, left arm, and right leg. Stay here. Take one more breath, and then exhale to lower. Folding your hands one on top of each other. You're going to take your legs wide here. So this is called crocodile. I hope you can see my feet, how they go out to the sides like a crocodile. Take your hands on the floor and then take the forehead on the back of the hands. And then start to breathe all the way down to the belly. Feel your body drawing the breath into the low belly. Feel the low back releasing and relaxing when you do this. Breathe down to the low ribs or the belly. Take one more breath. Bring your legs back to center. Wiggle your pelvis back and forth, side to side. And then bring your right hand up to the center. Roll onto your right side. And then push yourself up to seated. Okay, so I'd like to do a little bit for the upper body to take, because I wanted to release tension from the sitting that we're doing a lot. And we're going to do it in a chair because it's kind of easy for us to isolate these muscles up here when we do that. So just come here and then bring a foot forward. Try to make sure that you have alignment between ankle joint and knee joint. So don't have your foot too close to your body. It's a lot harder to get up that way. So have your foot there. And then take your hands on top of your thighs. You're going to flip your back toes under. You're going to push yourself forward and up. You're going to come back to the chair. So just go ahead and sit all the way back in your chair and sit as far back as you can. So let the back of the chair hit the middle part of your body. And take your hands, you're going to clasp your hands behind your head. Your thumbs are going to go down, taking your hands behind your head. Really hold on. So hold on to that round part of the back of the head. Let the thumbs be down the side. So you have a real nice firm grip on your neck. And then bringing yourself back. Look across the room from you where the wall and the ceiling meet. And let the elbows go out to the sides. Breathe into your chest here. And then take one more breath. And then bring yourself forward. Bring yourself away from the back of the chair. So that's important. I can't see you. I'd like to say, no, move away, move away. but you're away from the back of the chair. You're not sitting all the way up against it. You're the very edge of your seat. Take your fingers on the front, thumbs in the back. Sit nice and tall. Inhale to get tall. And then exhale, chin is to the chest. Let the elbows come down. Bring the elbows towards each other and then begin your inhalation. Open your throat. Open your shoulders. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, open up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, open. And then one more. And then bring yourself back to center. Let's take our arms. Let's inhale, open. Exhale, hug yourself. Try to be pretty low here with your arms. So you don't want your shoulders to elevate. You don't want this to happen. You want it to be that you're laterally moving side to side. So you inhale, open, and you exhale to hug yourself. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug yourself. Open. Hug yourself. Letting your arms go a little longer, so not as much of a bend in the arms, will give you a little deeper stretch if that feels appropriate. So only do what's appropriate for you. Then let's take our hands out like this. Inhale, open. Keep your elbows in close to your body. Inhale, open. Like you're serving a tray, and then switch the cross, whichever hand comes on top. So these are rotator cuff muscles that are attached to the shoulder blades. And then bring your hands down alongside your body. Palms, this is mountain pose, seated mountain pose, Tadasana. So let your hands be down alongside your body. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other. Press the head back so it's on top of your spine. So notice, if your head is forward, you want to push it back on top of your spine. You want to let sit nice and tall so your spine is on top of your head is on top of your spine and it's not forward. Okay, so find Tadasana, really nice upright position. Hands are reaching down, so a lot of action in your hands. Feel the skin in your arms stretching as you're reaching your fingertips down towards the sides. You're opening your palms strongly. Your thumbs are going back like you're hitchhiking for a ride, sliding the shoulder blades towards each other. And then imagine there's helium balloons on your clavicle bones, lifting you up towards the sky. And then contract your core. So strongly contract your core here, pushing your belly button back towards your spine. So you feel the weight go into your sits bones as you align yourself here. Postural alignment. It's called Tadasana, mountain pose. We found it in a chair. Let the chin be parallel to the floor. Take one more breath. And then let's go ahead and take that tension out of the body. I want to make sure I'm not going, okay, perfect. Time-wise, we're fine. Okay, let's do a more shoulder release work. You're going to inhale, bring the shoulders forward, bring them up towards the ears, bring them back, and bring them down. Bring them forward, bring them up, bring them back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And then go the opposite direction. Back, up, forward. Back, up, and forward. And then one more. Perfect. Okay, let's go back down on the floor. So we're going to go back on the floor. We're going to do a twist before we end in our Shavasana, so that anything that was knocked off alignment, or if we need to stretch side to side to be able to get back into alignment, twisting can help with all of that. So we stayed very linear and very stable today, and then we're going to end with these twists. So get your blanket that you're going to use for your head for your Shavasana ready. And then get any props that you're going to use for your Shavasana ready. So if it's going to be blankets underneath your legs, whatever it is, and if you have the chair and you want to do legs up the chair, that's also a nice thing to do. Maybe I'll do that so that for those that have a chair or those walk. So we're going to come down onto the floor, all the way onto our backs. We're going to do a twist. So if you have, you might need a pillow or a blanket. I'll go to the right first to let you see this. So you're going to bring your knees into your chest. And then you're going to try to keep the shoulder blades on the floor. So try to keep the shoulder blades on the floor as you rotate and let your legs come. So this is where, for some of you, you may need to put a block underneath your legs so that your left shoulder blade can stay on the floor. Or you may need to put a block between your knees. Or if you have a pillow, this feels pretty yummy. A pillow between your knees. So choose what feels appropriate for your body. And then allow the head to twist in the opposite direction. So the legs are going to the right. Let the head go to the left. If you'd like to grab on or hold on to the top of the left leg, this could deepen the twist for you. Then if you'd like to move the left arm up towards the left, not all the way alongside the ear, so don't have it right alongside your ear. Have it out away from your body just a little bit. Breathe down to your belly. Take one more breath. Bring your head back to proper alignment. If you'd like to move the blanket away from, or whatever you have between your knees, bring your knees close to your chest before you move. So don't have your knees here to move. Moving with your knees down here is harder on the back. You want your knees to be close to your chest so that your lower back's in flexion when you move to the side. And then you're going to go to the other side. Try to keep the right shoulder on the floor as you allow the legs to go over to the side. Whatever feels appropriate for you. And keeping the head in the direction of the right as the legs go to the left. Deep belly breathing. Take in one more deep breath. Bringing yourself back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. Let everything go back into proper alignment. And then we're going to prepare for Shavasana. So you're going to find whatever you'd like with your Shavasana. If you'd like to put the pillow, underneath your knees, you could do that. If you have a chair and you're going to do your legs at the chair, you put your legs on a chair. And find whatever is the best position for you. So usually at the end of Shavasana, I don't do any more guiding. This is a time for you to connect to your breath, for you to have your small s self connected to your big S self. It's a time for connection, and use the breath for this. Stay with your breath. Gently begin to deepen your breath. And start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, rolling your ankles and your wrists, and then bringing your knees into your chest, rocking side to side. and rock all the way onto your right side. Leading with your left shoulder, push yourself up to seated. Coming to a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. Find that in your own body. We're going to close the practice with sound. This is Shavasana pose is to connect the small self to the big self. It's a place of connection at the end of the practice. And then the sound is to seal the deal. So we're going to do the sound of Om, blending the ah, the o, and the sound together. We're going to bring that from the belly all the way up into the throat. So take your hands together, thumbs touch the sternum bone, sit nice and tall. Take a deep breath down to the belly. We bow to each other in Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. So I'll leave the recording going a little bit. If you'd like to chat with me, let me know how that is, how you feel, or any comments or suggestions. Let me know if you're able to, what the experience is like doing this live. It's definitely different. It's different for all of us, different for me as well. I just think it's amazing that we can actually still practice yoga, and I think it is so important that we practice. So at the bottom of the screen is a subscribe button for my YouTube channel. The platform we've chosen for these classes is YouTube Live because it seemed to be the easiest, and I didn't want to give anything. Thank you, Lauren. The cats. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm going to show you one. He actually joined us in the last class. So this is Willie, and Willie hangs out with me every day. Willie, say hi, honey. Hi. He's with me every day. So this is where I work. This is where I come into my office, and he's here with me every day. So the first class I did today, he actually was on the mat trying to check in on me. But Lauren, this is the only one here right now. The kittens, I'll bring them out one time. They're super cute. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. And if you like what you see, hit like. And then, of course, any comments and suggestions. Look, you could barely see Willie because I'm wearing black and so is he. Oh, Claudia, how are you? I'm so happy to see you again. See, we can't see each other in classes, but we can see each other here. That's what's happening. A lot of people that have practiced with me over the years are now able to practice with me online. So it's really amazing. I don't know what this is going to mean for all of us on so many levels, every aspect of what's happening. But I do see something really great coming out of this for people who could no longer practice with me. Now they can. So good to see you, Claudia. Nice to see you. Okay, so that's it. And yeah, subscribe, like, and of course, share this with anybody you'd like to share it with. My classes are recorded live. I'm doing 6 of them right now a week. We'll see what happens. And they will all be archived. So you could take anything. Hi, Dina. You could watch classes anytime you'd like. I think live is kind of nice, and it's nice for me to see that you're there and that you showed up. Thanks, honey. That's my husband saying. I don't know if you guys could see the text. I see that somebody did a like and so that's great. Thank you. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back again tomorrow. I think I'm going to get in great shape. I think I'm in pretty good shape anyway. Joy. Oh, Joy. Joy. Thank you for joining us. So I think that let's do this all the time. I mean, why not? We're all home. We're all being cautious. So while we're all at home, let's do this. Let's do this every day and see what we can do to our bodies. I wish that I had some diagnostic surveys to have you all fill out now so that we could see what happens, like depending on how long we're doing this, where we all get to. And so tomorrow I have my classes from 11 to 12:15 is yoga for osteoporosis. And that's my strongest class I teach. I stand up in that class. I do a lot stronger work. Um, and then the next class after that will be yoga for balance. And we work on balance. So anyway, I hope to see as many of you as possible. And feel free to share my link, my website with anyone and everyone. Um, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you later. Bye. And send any comments or suggestions. Thank you. Thank you.